What up, YouTube? So I won one of these 2000 Ford Crown Victoria police interceptors at a car auction. I always kind of wanted a police interceptor, and I was browsing Facebook and there was actually an ad that the local town was having an auction. So I saw this for sale and I thought, well, I'll give it a shot, and sure enough I won. I won the bid at $1,200, and I figured it looked like it wasn't in too bad a shape. And like I said, I always kind of wanted a police interceptor, but I figured since most of them are out of service, that in the future that they're not going to have them coming out of service because there won't be any left. So I figured I would, put a bid on it, and sure enough I won. By the time I got out of the auto auction with the fees and the taxes, it was $1,667. And as you can see, it came from the fire department. I guess it was a fire chief's car. Has the front bumper on it and has the light. The light hinges fine, it doesn't work, so I had to figure out what's going on there. I had to go over several things on the car, especially the wiring, because they kind of just cut the wiring out. But the interior is actually in pretty good shape. And I came with two keys like this. So far, both keys are identical. I thought they were different keys. This one will work for the door, but I couldn't get it to work for the ignition. And then this one will work for everything. I think I just need to wiggle it out. And then I found a spare key in the gas cap. So I guess I have 3 keys. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Starts right up now. We did have to do some work to it. The one thing I don't like, I don't know if you noticed it, but as soon as you turn the key on, all the doors lock. And then when you turn the key off, the doors unlock. Oh, we're getting a little steamy in here. So right now it has 117, 10 miles. I put about 100 miles on it. Power windows. But the passenger side windows don't work, so I had to do something about that. It has the light, and then the dome light doesn't come on unless you actually push for it. I guess all police interceptors are like that. And then trunk pops open right here, and I'll also pop the hood open. So it runs great. I had a problem that it had low fuel pressure and it was hard to start. But to make a long story short, I put a new fuel pump in it. The fuel pump had an aftermarket fuel pump to begin with, and whoever put it in it, they bent the bracket so the fuel level would only show a quarter, even though it was less than a quarter. So it became a frustration of that, and just could not get full fuel pressure. Changed out the regulator with the AutoZone regulator, and it made it worse. So returned the AutoZone regulator, bought a Delphi fuel pump for $200, stuck it in it with the original regulator that came with the car, and when you prime it, when you turn the key on and the fuel pump primes, it jumps straight up to 40. So put a fuel pump in it, put a crank sensor in it. Probably didn't need a crank sensor, but when it was slow to start, it seemed like it wasn't trying to fire the fuel injectors. So it seemed like when I put that crank sensor in it, it started firing up a little quicker. And then of course, to put the crank sensor in it, you had to drop the AC compressor, so it's not worth taking it back out and troubleshooting it. That was like $35. It has a brand new AC system in it. The compressor's brand new. So I guess the fire chief didn't want to go without any AC. This is the 4th car I've had, and the 3rd car with a 4.6 motor. I just really like these 4.6 motors. I know my way around them a bit, and I think they're good motors. I put 100 miles in the car so far, and it drives pretty good. The steering kind of seems a little loose to me, but the more I drive it, I get used to it. So just gonna go and drive it around some more, put some miles on it before I do any more to it. So pretty big trunk. Bought a drip pan because I thought I might be needing it, but so far didn't seem to be leaking too much. There was a little drips coming from the transmission from the bottom of the bell case, but that kind of stopped. I've only seen 4 drips from it, so we'll just have to see if that drips anymore. Have junior firefighter hat in case I want to play firefighter. That was in the car. I haven't cleaned out the car yet, and there's your fuel pump cutoff switch. Yeah, I don't like these cars because they're police cars. I just like the fact that they're a sedan with a full frame underneath them. It has a strong 4.6 in it, and that's why I kind of always wanted one. Not because I'm trying to play policeman. I don't have that attitude that some people have. Have some water in there because the radiator was leaking, so I just went ahead and put a new radiator in it for $110. And it's going to be locked. You see, I'm going to lock myself out of this car with the way that it just locks itself. Show you the back seat. You see, the interior is in pretty good shape for being a service car compared to the other ones I've seen. But I like the car. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, AC, like I said, it's all brand new. It blows ice cold. I'm gonna radios out of it. I'll probably put a aftermarket radio in because I like connecting my phone to Bluetooth. A real simple dash, just AC, and I like this thing. Maybe I'll get a 2-meter radio put in it since I have my ham license. I haven't tested these outlets to see if they're hooked up, but I'm going to go over all this wiring. I'm going to pull it all out because it's just cut underneath the hood. Have my emergency response handbook, just in case I have any emergencies. But for right now, the plan is I'm just going to drive it around a little bit, drive it to and from work to keep miles off my truck and see if I like it. I don't like having the emblems on the side, but I don't feel like putting any money into it to paint it, especially since I don't know how reliable this thing is yet. I got to drive around to see if it ends up being a good car. I have like, I calculated last night with the radiator and the fuel pump and the crank sensor, I have like $21.50 into it, and probably like 2 days worth of labor. My dad and I worked on it together. It has this center console that is not bolted down. I guess I'll bolt it down. And this cover was broken in two underneath the passenger seat, so I threw it away. I guess someone didn't have the lock for it. I don't know if this is the police Interceptor console or just another one. You see, it has this like mounting grate that you can put anything you want there. I like having my elbow on an armrest, my right elbow on an armrest. So this is a little low. I think I might put a foam noodle there though and see how it is. Like I said, I like driving around, and I didn't think that these vehicles would be coming up for sale too much longer. So I guess it was my dream car. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I'll probably maybe I'll do some videos in the future troubleshooting why the windows aren't working. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's more of a problem of someone cutting wires. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys that too. None of the high beams worked when I got the car. And what it was they had a high beam flasher module here, like right here. And they had all the wires cut because I guess they don't want you using that high beam flasher module. So I had to hook the, oh yeah, and the wiring looks really crappy. They look like they used any sort of connector to make it work. So I just went ahead and put connectors on it to make it work and put it together just so the high beams work. And then have a problem that turn signals work, front and rear, but as you're driving it, the turn signal will flash. Sometimes it'll flash normally, and then sometimes it'll flash really fast, like you have a light out. But I've gotten out when it's flashing really fast, like I have a light out, and the front and rear turn signals are working. So I don't know what that is. At first I thought, well, maybe this was a turn signal, but I took this off, and this is just a fake. There's no light in there. And someone put an orange light in here, even though I don't think that that's supposed to have an amber light in it. I really like the wheels. I like the black steel wheels with the Ford covers. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a project car. So tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching.